So going into this game, do you have any particular plans? So colonize planets early, or conquer your starting planets early, or?
Yeah, I think that you have to do both. If you stay too long on your starting planet, you have it, but then you lack the echo of the gas or something.
Yeah.
But if you go too fast and you lose the starting planet too early, then you also don't have the echo to build something up. So since it's a 4v4, you can split these tasks, and that's what you should do.
Yeah, that's the thing about team games in PA. They're much more dynamic than 1v1s, I find. Much more enjoyable.
No. Well, it's very different to each other and still both part of the game.
Although 1v1 orbital games can be quite tricky to keep up with once you get all over the place.
Yeah. For 1v1, if you play it in a big system, you need really a plan how to spend your attention.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I'll let you get on and confer with your teammates about this upcoming game.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping by.
Best of luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So what's your predictions for this game, Marshall?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to reserve my judgment for having seen early builds. If we're gonna see some rushes, then the people being rushed will probably feel like they should get off the planet earlier. The people doing the rushes will probably therefore want to go into orbit a tad later to ensure that they have more ground covered on their starting planets.
Okay, so you're going to give me your prediction after you see the opening builds?
Yes.
Okay.
What's your prediction?
I think Burning have got this one, actually. Burning do well on their home system. And although Voice of War did great in that one, I've seen Voice of War screw up quite a bit in other games. And I think Burning have got it this one. But then again, I'm always wrong, so Voice of War are guaranteed to win now.
Guaranteed?
Basically. Sod's law, isn't it? Well, hello and welcome everybody to the final fixtures of Clan Wars Season 1, presented by eSports.com. We have Burning versus Voice of War. I'm ZaphodX, and I'm joined here by Marshall.
Hello folks, and I couldn't help but think Zaphod, but you seem to be getting tired of saying that.
Apparently. Apparently.
Right, so again, it's as we said, we have that 4v4 Burning versus Voices of War on the Burning home system. 2 players have spawned on Arrakis and 2 players have spawned on the Moon, as with previously. So we're going to see pretty similar strats. An orbital rush from one of the Burning players on Arrakis. This is different. And bots rush from Burning on the Moon as well. This is definitely different.
I like this. I think this is a great move, and I think an orbital rush on the desert planet is absolutely the right play, and it will really help them if it isn't scouted or noticed or done anything soon. Really early radar came up, assisted by the commander from Voice of War there. This is exactly what they need to do. They need to know precisely where the enemies are, and they need to know where all these early raiding docks are coming in. Early raiding docks are trying to get some pickups on these engineers, staying out of range of the commander, doing a pretty good job of just keeping the harassment up and not letting Voice of War get too settled. Wow, the docks rush. They just rushed docks factories. They've neglected any eco to get this early rush in. It's paying off for them at the moment. But we do see vehicles invested in from Voice of War, so maybe as time goes on they get a couple more tanks and a bit of a bigger group, so they'll actually be able to defend against this relatively easily.
I mean, the few fabricators have gone down for Voices of War. A few docks did manage to pick those off earlier in the game, but now the docks getting sandwiched between 2 commanders. They are just going
a horrible
to
position.
Disappear.
Yeah.
And the thing is that I think they're moving in too soon. They're not going to get enough kills because the commanders are everywhere.
Yeah, I think as well, because there's so much metal in such a small area, they can't do quite as much raiding as they would have liked to. Good job trying to expand with this engineer. It's a pity that engineer doesn't move off a little bit further, because they're putting so much pressure on now. They kind of have free reign to try and grab a couple more mechs. But bombers coming out, so the bombers are going to help actually quite a bit for Voices of War. That's working out well for them. That orbital rush has already occurred. That commander's already off planet.
He's onto the ice planet now.
If you look at that, it looks like just a factory next to an orbital factory. That's actually the base where he started. He just immediately went off. It's just been scouted by Voices of War, though. And I wouldn't be surprised if Voices of War really put the pressure on the desert planet.
Yeah, I think that's going to be something they really need to do, because then they can bring in reinforcements to the moon as well. And now that they know there's only one commander on the desert planet, I wouldn't be surprised if we already see a teleporter going up in the next minute or so. Pelter started by Voices of War, focusing down on that very, very quickly from burning. They do not want that Pelter to get up. And they're now going to come straight in through the base, exchanging fire. Can they get rid of the radar? That would be useful. No, they can't. They do manage to exchange fire and reduce some of their numbers a bit, but I don't know. I really feel that commanders should be in on the action right now. And because they're not, I think they're throwing away a lot of their units, and that extra pressure would be huge. Good job, however, along the back. They're stopping them getting the mechs that they did in the last game along the back of their base. Not only are they throwing away their units on the front, but they're also allowing Voices of War to build up the tanks that you talked about earlier. We actually do see that build up now up to 8 and still increasing. Yeah, that's the last thing you want to be doing is coming up against large number of tanks. We see a switch up to boom bots from the bottom base there. Only 2 of the factories out of 4 doing that. But we need to see the commanders. What is this commander doing? Get in the action, get an Uber Cannon in there and start pushing. More pelters going up, 4 engineers building out. This is a really big metal investment, particularly this early in the game, so nothing to be sniffed at here. And pelter's now going to turn around and start getting its firing in on the go. Can we get an Uber Cannon from this commander? Yes, we can. Thanks, Obama. Let's move forwards. Taking a lot of damage now. Oh, the pelter's coming in against the radar. Boombot's coming in. They're going to come in straight for the commander here. Are we going in for the attack? Oh my gosh. Uber Cannon. Oh, but now Docs can move in from the north as well. Yeah. Oh, the more Uber Cannons coming off. They did get some fire over those walls though. So good. No. Cannons. And another one. There it goes. That was really as poor as it could get. That is exactly how not to use bots. They threw away all of their bots for nothing. All of it for nothing. And great defensive play from Voice of War. Behind the walls, playing defensive. And really paying off. Interestingly for Burning, they've put both of their commanders from the desert planet on the ice planet. Not sure what to think about this right now. They have migrated off the desert planet completely, relieving it to Voices of War. Oh, okay. I think that's a bad move. Yeah, they have lost so much ground there, and have they sent units to a teleporter? Where's that teleporter coming from? Ice planet. Are they on the ice planet? Okay, well we need to cover that in a second. But for the moment, taking so much damage down below. 70% for this burning commander, retreating commander trying to chase him. He came under so much fire. Oh, the pelter gets taken down. Bombers come in to finish him. No, Marshall. Get good at predicting, Marshall. Jeez. I thought the pelter was going to take another shot. Jesus, God. Marshall. You're so 2000 and late. Okay, commander in here just really getting in a whole lot of action. Sitting on 38%, actually doing a half decent job of disrupting, but coming under so much fire from Sentinels. Burning have lost the plot. They're literally falling asleep at the keyboard. Yeah. Half of their key presses are when they're falling asleep, and the other half is when they're waking up. One commander goes down. They are losing the desert planet. They do, however, have Arvon. So silver linings. Silver linings. We get on to Ravona. Oh, they're on Ravona. Okay, credit to them. They've managed to get into the orbital layer. They've started on Ravona. Second jig going up. They have a lot of orbital fabbers that are actually building that, so it's going to go up very quickly. It's hurting their eco, no doubt. But that will go up very quickly. So they at least have control of Arvon. They have control of the gas giant currently. They at least got their foot on it. They're going to lose the desert planet. They have nothing left on the desert planet, which is a big mistake. Back over at the moon. They've lost their deep space radar as well, so if they don't get that back up, then They will miss what Voices of War are doing in the orbital layer, as they're now moving an orbital fabricator to the ice planet.
Pings coming out from both teams saying, get the hell off that planet with that commander. Oh, those bombers. He's on 6%. I think that's 3 bombs, Marshall. It might even be 2. Oh wow, commander going down. Voices of War taking a lot of damage from some units there. He's down to 25%. Of course, the docks can catch up really quickly, but there are some units there in the way now, so probably not going to be able to chase him down too easily. Units coming in through the teleporter, though. They have all that production over on the ice planet. That's paying off for them as tanks come forward. Running in a little bit too close to these single laser defense towers behind the walls.
Teleporter up on the ice planet now as well in the back garden of the base over there. They're going to want to stop sending the units through the teleporter, because that teleporter could go live from Voices of War any second, and that's really going to hamper things. But Burning, I think, is still in a strong situation as long as they can hold the ice planet here. Getting up anchors above that teleporter as well is going to make it a pain to get rid of, because they have no anti-orbital there right now. So amazingly, we've seen a huge turnaround, and Voices of War look like they are very hemmed in on the moon right now. They do not look in a comfortable position. At the moment, the craters are really working well, because these tanks are not even firing, and they're just getting hammered by the laser defense turrets. Oh dear, a commander taking damage from an anchor in space there on the the Astraeus. He's going to try and reclaim the teleporter, but the commander's going to take quite a bit of damage, already below 90%. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear, now the units come in. Oh, the commander. They're focusing down the teleporter. The teleporter goes down. Commander can now Uber Cannon. Oh, yep, there we go. Not the best place, but I think okay, considering the circumstances. Oh, look at this teleporter just been activated on the moon. Whole load of units coming through from the desert planet there, and that is going to give them the reinforcements they need at this stage, because they are really beginning to lose ground. As we see these docks coming in, they've bunched up into a big group now and coming in trying to destroy a lot of the northern side of that base on the moon. Another teleporter going up on the ice planet. Difficult situation for Burning in there, as it's very hard for them to actually counter, and they have no orbital fire to actually destroy. What happened there? Was that an Uber Cannon from that commander? Yes, it was. It looks pretty painful. Everything out, and that big blob of docks managed to kill 1 mechs and 1 turret. Wow. Not even a factory. Wow. And that commander was on 25%. He's still sitting on 21%. He's fine. And units now streaming through on the ice planet. That commander's going to go down as he gets pelted. All those units also streaming through on the moon are going to start absolutely running over the base, stopping the reinforcements from that teleporter. 1 commander goes down on the ice planet. We're going to switch views as we take a little look at the ice planet. More units streaming through, a little bit slower now, but should still be able to contest this planet. Commander moving forwards, units also moving forwards. Pelder putting in some fire on that teleporter, trying to destroy it before more units come through, but being run over on the moon now as well. All those units moving forwards and beginning to reap through the base on the moon for Burning. I think this is the end of it for Burning. I must admit, they are in a sticky situation. They're trying to get T2 vehicles up on the ice planet, but I don't think they're going to get there in time, because they're going to be pushed back. And all the units on the moon as well. Oh dear. See, that teleporter doesn't even have much life. More units streaming through. They were doing well at trying to contest it. But the anchor there, that anchor, I knew that anchor would come in useful. Building it right next to a teleporter. On the moon. Doc's moving in on commander on the moon. They do manage to get on the cannon off. Will the commander survive? No, he will not. Will he? No, that was so risky. Do you see how risky it was? They were trying to save their docks there by getting them out of the nuke range. They didn't even manage to save them in the end. But they nearly let that commander get away by doing that. So, how many is that now to each player? I think that's 1 down from each team, or is it 2? Is it not 2? I think 2 of each. We see 1 commander residing on the moon for Voices of War. I think there's only 1 commander left for Burning. There's 2 on Arrakis, so yeah, there's 3 Voices of War comms left. 3 Voices of War, 1 for Burning. T2 going up, that'll help, I guess. No, there's a second one for Burning on the moon, but he's the injured one building factories. Switch to army tab, says Jaguar. 450 units of Voices of War, 150 for Burning. Oh, Boombot's coming in on the moon on that commander. They might have taken down actually. On the moon? Yeah. Oh, what happened there? Burning's commander got boombotted. Oh dear. Rip the dream. I think it's falling apart for Burning. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, this has been entertaining. I have got T2 vehicles up on the ice planet now though, which is a welcome relief. considering that what they were working so hard to do.
Amazingly, they're still up on that moon. I really thought they would have been out by now, but holding on. So many units came through. Oh wow, these T2 units reinforcements, yeah. So T2 reinforcements now coming in from Arrakis. And whenever you see T2 units in a T1 fight, you know you're in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, that's not going to be legit when shadows start getting into the mix. Oh, the anchor creeping as well on the ice planet. Yeah. Oh god, anchors are so good now against the ground. They are so good.
Their fire rate's so high. It's just zoom, 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 zoom. They don't do a huge amount of damage, but yeah, they are accurate. The consistent damage coming in, it's just one popping every second and a half.
You're going to have to retreat, but the thing is, they haven't really got many umbrellas up, and again, it's just going to be a case of pushing in with those.
Okay, that sheller there did destroy the teleporter, so they now only have to deal with all of these anchors and that damn orbital fabber that is still have absolute free reign over his base.
In the immediacy, yes. However, that fabber's going to go and pop up another teleporter rather than an anchor now. I shouldn't wonder.
Yeah, around the backside of the base would be a good location. The moon has finally been lost. Arrakis was won a long time ago. Arvon is being fought over. We do see Voice of War have actually landed on the metal planet, getting up radar and anti-orbital defenses there. Oh wow, they lost the gas giant. RIP, GG.
Yeah. It's that a long time ago, I think. And Burning putting up 3 P-gens on the moon. Just a little bit of power there. But now the teleporter's up. Lone Dox comes through as a little scouting party. A Boombot tests the water as well. Second teleporter. Oh my goodness.
Oh, being focused down really quick. Sheller's putting in quite a lot of fire on the teleporter.
Oh no, there's too many units.
Yeah, too many units. Not
Don't
enough
forget they can
Shellers.
always send a fabricator through it as well.
Second teleporter as well.
Yeah. If they send a fabricator through, they can establish a beachhead. Yeah, that's the third time. Yeah, that's the game. I think Burning really can't do anything about this, which is unfortunate. And they don't even have an Astraeus to escape with, so.
Yep, there's units coming through. Inferno's leading the way, taking down those factories nicely. Also focusing down the T2. They actually need to take down that T2 so they can actually get in here. It's a bit in the way. Oh, the Sheller fire! The Sheller fire on the commander, destroying all the units around him. He falls down to 40%, and he's going to end it here as the Shellers keep coming in. Ants aren't firing on him just yet. Why on earth are they moving the units back?
Legit.
There we go. Finishing off.
Down he goes with the GG. So that is Burning and Voice of War's last games in Clan Wars Season 1.
GG's.
Let's talk to the players. Hello folks, GG's.
Yeah, good game.
Yep. GG.
I was unfortunate about having the spawns broken.
Well, there were some emails about it, I think.
But, you know, that's the way the cookie grumbles.
Oh, I like cookies.
Meanwhile.
Yeah, we've had issues with our core players that started with Clan Wars 6 months ago becoming more and more inactive as time goes on, and some of the new players in Burning that are very keen to get into Clan Wars haven't been allowed to sign up, which was part of our issue.
Yeah, we know this issue too.
Yeah, so, I blame Quitch. Yeah. He is like literally a dictator.
Yeah.
Well, season 1's nearly over, so you know, season 2 we can mix up the rules a bit and learn from our mistakes.
I think that's a fantastic idea. I mean, even just with the amount of players that now play or have played, seeing as the game has been around longer.
Yeah, exactly.
It adds adds a lot more people to be able to add to a roster. I mean, Team Burning may even be able to field 2 teams.
Yeah.
With the amount of players that we have now.
We'll get some options going, because, you know, it's been going on for months, Clan Wars, right? So you're always going to get new people joining, new people suddenly wanting to get in on it. And I think we need to maybe relax the rules around entry and that sort of thing.
I agree with that, even if you just have it so that the people have to be signed up and registered at least a week beforehand. Or something like that.
Yeah.
And they should not be allowed to switch teams in the middle.
Yep, that's fair enough. Yeah, so there we go. I think that's our Team Burning's last game.
Same for us.
It is. I think Voice of War actually move ahead of Team Burning in the standings.
Oh no!
Oh no.
So sorry guys, but Voice of War is better than Burning. Oh!
It's been
damn.
it's been thrown down.
And if you try and come up with a comeback, I should just say, isn't it your bedtime?
It's way past my bedtime, actually, to be honest. Especially our New Zealand guys, it's now 3:30 in the morning for them, and I think as soon as that game finished, they were hitting the pillows.
Yeah, I don't blame them. So, a bit of a weird game. I like the fact we went for weird strats. I can't actually open the chronocam, it seems to be totally broken, but at the start, you rushed Orbital very fast on Arrakis.
That was me. Unfortunately, we had Mish time out due to graphical errors, so he didn't get to select his spawn. So the commander that spawned in the middle of nowhere with absolutely no mechs around him, we just decided to go Orbital and see how that went. Might not have been the best move, but unfortunately being forced into a spawn like that, there's not really much you can do from there.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. It seemed like you sort of gave up on Arrakis. You didn't really invest much in it, and you were sort of investing a lot into trying to win the moon.
That's correct. We know, especially playing that system a lot, we know that the moon will turn the tide. The main planet's a lot easier to invade and contest than the moon. Yeah,
you're right.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to push you guys off the moon, so that was kind of the end of that game.
Yeah. Voices of War. Is Cryo in the room? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, did you go for anything special there? It seemed like you just played a solid game, nothing fancy, just playing solid, simple,
yeah, I
effective.
think so too.
Yeah.
On the moon, I was always on the moon as usual, and I didn't see what else happened around. But on the moon, we just did more factories, more units, more factories, more units.
I think Burning were pushing you back quite a bit on the moon at one point, and you lost a lot of your main bases, and then you suddenly just started building factories towards the back. Was that the previous game? Am I confused now? I can't look through Chronocam right now, it's really annoying.
It was in both games similar, I think.
Alright. But the moon seems certainly like a difficult battle for both teams. You were really fighting for it. The docks as well. Chronocam appears to be finally working now. So you seem to throw away a lot of docks. Like, it was really good defense from Voices of War. But behind the walls, one of your commanders was being attacked a lot and somehow did not die. Was that you?
I think it was me. In the north. I was in the northern.
Yeah. I think you had some great defensive play there. A lot of the attacks coming in from Burns did not seem to be pulled off.
It was also some lucky cannons that hit a lot.
So why did you go for docks on the moon rather than maybe something else, like tanks or infernos? Psycho.
It's just a strategy that our two guys on the moon do usually use, a heavy dock strat. I think they were starting to feel the time, and they weren't looking to have a long game. It was an all or nothing strat.
Yeah.
If it works, it works beautifully. If it doesn't, the game doesn't last very long.
Yeah, fair enough. Docs, I think Docs can be really, really powerful. I think the situations you got into and the defense from Voice of War it meant the confrontations you got into did not work out too well for you.
Yes, that's correct. They defended their bases really well.
Yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with the strat necessarily. It's just the execution didn't work out too well.
I can't disagree with that.
Okay. Well, GG's. Thank you both teams for turning up and participating in Clan Wars Season 1.
Yeah,
I would hope that we see you in Clan Wars Season 2.
Not a problem. I'm sure we'll be fielding a team.
Great stuff.
Alright, thank you guys.
Cheers, guys.
See you.
Yeah.